Hey everybody, in this video, motivation versus drive.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David
From zenrosegarden.
.com.
Yes.
Helping people create
Badass lives.
So we went digging through our archives and we happened to find this dusty old gem from the past, back in our Bedhead Diaries days.
We never released it, so we're releasing it now. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Bedhead Diaries. Today, we're going to be talking about motivation versus drive.
I bet you thought they were the same thing. They're not. They're not the same.
Motivation is generally your desire or your willingness to do something. Anything. It's just your motivation is your desire to do it.
Right.
And that it's simply that. And your motivation goes up and down like the moon. Like this morning I wasn't that motivated. I was just like, are you sure we can't have 4 cups of coffee?
Are you sure we can't sleep another 10 hours? It's kind of like the moon.
Yes.
It waxes and wanes and it goes up and down, and sometimes you're extremely motivated and sometimes you're not so much motivated.
So motivation really has more to do with your energy and what's happening in your life, like
In that
life's
moment.
ups and downs. That determines your motivation. Motivation is variable. And that's okay. That's just life. That's just biology. That's your body saying, oh, we need to sleep another hour. After you find yourself sleeping like 10 hours a day, every single day, then
That might be depression.
that's more not having to do with motivation. It has to do with something chemical. So motivation is just in general, if you're a healthy person, it goes up and down. This is just general motivation, not like extreme emotional
But
and
if you
affected motivation.
Have those extreme moments, book a session with us.
Call
We'll get
us,
you
we'll
straightened
get you
out.
all fixed. Drive. It is your innate urge to achieve
or attain.
a goal, something that you want. So your drive is based on
Underlying.
it's underlying. It's a program. It's what is my big desire in life? What do I want to achieve?
What is the big picture item for me?
So if you don't have a drive, if you haven't figured that out,
Then you probably haven't programmed it. So drive is very similar to the sun. Every day the sun comes up and the sun goes down and the sun comes up and the sun goes down. It's a pretty much constant thing in your life. It's the continuous cycle of that drive. You know it's there, even if it's hidden behind the earth when it goes down from your perspective, or hidden behind the clouds on a cloudy day, you know the sun is there.
what color is it for you? Right? Because your drive might be, well, I can do my own analogy.
What color is your
So
sun?
what color is your sun? Is your drive to play video games? Is your drive to build a business? You got to find out what your drive is, and if your drive isn't something that you want, you've got to program that drive. What are you driven to do? What you're motivated to do changes on the day-to-day. I'm really motivated to go to the store and go shopping because I'm hungry. A drive is I'm really driven every day to achieve my goal. But your goal, your drive, what you really desire, you can want it as an abstract idea, but until you start programming it, when you're motivated to do stuff, you're going to be distracted by addictions or habits or non-essential things in your life.
Whatever the moment happens to bring you, that's what your motivation waxes and wanes with. So when you're highly motivated, you haven't given your mind something to focus on when you have the motivation. So it's going to pull in whatever it wants to in the moment, whether it's video games or whether it's going out to the store and shopping for junk food or whatever it happens to be.
Well, your motivation is going to be fueled by the drive. And the drive is programmed by whatever your habits are. Because you program your habits by continuing to come back to them. So if you create the habit of getting a notebook out and writing down steps to how you want your goal to play out, you intentionally put your focus on the things you want for that goal, the pieces and parts.
Or write down your ideas and your action items to achieve those ideas.
So you've got to create a habit around your goal, whatever that is, even if you don't have the money you think to create this goal, you've got the resources in your brain to start creating the drive.
Which creates the capital, which creates the money, which creates all of the resources that you need to accomplish that.
So one thing we see people doing is, I don't have the money, I don't have the resource, I don't have all these things to accomplish my goal right now. So when they have the motivation to do something, they get distracted by their habits and their addictions and the non-essential things in life. So if you can sit down and intentionally start to program your drive and write out the pieces and cut out pictures, whatever it is, that doesn't cost any money or any resources or anything. If you start doing that and you start programming that drive, so that when the motivation comes up, when the opportunity comes up,
you're applying it towards
boom.
the drive.
So your motivation is not spent, when you've got motivation and energy, it's not being
wasted.
spent on,
Frivolously on whatever's in the moment.
right.
It's not an impulse buy.
You're essentializing your life and your energy towards something that you can accomplish.
Think of drive like a flywheel. It's this big, heavy object, and it has one purpose. You get to program that purpose for what it's supposed to be used for and what it achieves, and your motivation is every single push on that flywheel. So when you have motivation and you're really pushing on that flywheel, it starts to gain momentum. If you know what the drive is for, that momentum is a positive thing and it gets you closer and closer to your goals. If you don't know what it's for, you come and you kind of push on the flywheel for a minute, and then you get distracted and you go push on this other flywheel and this other flywheel and this other flywheel, and nothing really gains any momentum. So when you have programmed your drive, you come back to the same flywheel over and over again, and you keep pushing on it and keep pushing on it and keep pushing on it, and eventually it takes on a momentum of its own.
When we do have the motivation, if we haven't spent the time on programming the drive, when the motivation comes up, we waste energy and we waste time.
We're running around like a chicken with our head cut off.
So we have instead of one hamster wheel, we have like several. And we're just like, and then years later we go, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, I didn't get it done. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to. I could have been a contenta.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it.
We'd like to invite you guys to join us to our special Facebook group page, Badass Personal Development with a Metaphysical Twist. That's where we hang out, and we would love for you to hang out with us.
So click the description
In the link to get it.
So click the link in the description to get it.
Click the link in the description to join.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
Check out the link below and go for it. And
We'll have all the information down below. Down below. Down below.
where's your chicken?
Down below.
Where's your chicken at?
Prepare now for the Driven Chicken.
Driven chicken.
The Driven Chicken says you'd better like, comment, subscribe,
And come to our webinar.
and share with all your friends, and let us know. Comment below what you like the most and what you want to see next, because we want you to tell us what you want us to tell you.
We want you guys to have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing week.
Make it your
and
most authentic.
We will see you next week on Bedhead Diaries.
Peace out.